When they talk about Farrakhan, call me a hater. You know what they do? Call me an anti-Semite. Stop it. I'm anti-termite.
Outrage this morning over Louis Farrakhan's latest message of hate, but it's nothing new for the Nation of Islam leader who has declared the Jews are my enemy, quotation, and white folks are going down. So what is it going to take for Democratic leaders to finally denounce his hate speech? Harvard Law professor Alan Dershowitz joins us right now from Michigan with reaction. Alan, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Well, Mr. Farrakhan claims he's not an anti-Semite. He's an anti-termite. What's he talking about?
Well, he's a classic anti-Semite. First of all, the analogy to termites comes right out of the Nazi playbook. Nazis used the word termites consistently to dehumanize Jews and to accuse them of destroying everything good about the world. Farrakhan has been very explicit. He's blamed the Jews for all the problems of the world. He's called Judaism a religion of Satan, and Twitter's made a decision not to ban him. Twitter has to have a single standard.
Right.
If a white supremacist had made a similar statement about African Americans, the question is, would Twitter ban them? It can't have a double standard based on race. And all good people have to come out and condemn, but especially people who participated in the Million Man March in 1995, headed by Farrakhan, which really made him prominent in American politics. People like Barack Obama, who participated in the march and proudly defended it. People like Keith Ellison, who worked closely with Farrakhan. These folks have a special obligation to condemn. Chelsea Clinton, to her credit, went out of her way to condemn Farrakhan remarks. I wish Bill Clinton had done it, because Bill Clinton sat next to Farrakhan at the funeral of Franklin, and he has a special obligation too. So I think silence is not an appropriate response to Farrakhan's bigotry.
Well, and in fact, Alan, Mr. Farrakhan has referred to Hillary Clinton as a wicked woman. He compared her to Hitler as well. So you're disappointed that we haven't heard from black leaders, but you're also disappointed we haven't heard from Democratic leaders as well.
I'm disappointed that all decent people haven't universally gotten together to condemn, but there is a special obligation, just like there's a special obligation of people on the extreme right to condemn the alt-right when they engage in anti-Semitism or bigotry. There's a special obligation of people on the left, of black leaders, of Democratic leaders, go out of their way to condemn this, because Farrakhan has a very large following, and many of his voters do vote Democrat. So there's a special obligation to condemn those who are, quote, speaking on your side of the issue.
But why don't they?
I think there's a fear of losing the base. There are many voters in some parts of the country. Followers of Farrakhan in some areas can become swing voters. And people don't want to lose their extremes. We're seeing it on the Republican side, too, when some Republicans refuse to condemn the alt-right because they want them as voters. Every American has to get together and say, we don't want haters to vote for us. We want to condemn haters. We want to marginalize them. We want to make sure that they are universally condemned. We don't want them on our side.
Well, let's see if anybody responds. He made the comments a couple of days ago. Alan Dershowitz joining us today from Birmingham, Michigan. Alan, thank you very much.